right. Hey, how y'all doing? This is 3 Count Commentaries. This is your host, Mongo Slade. So, let's talk about Bayley's obstacle course, which is absolutely ridiculous, but it was so much fun, and it was short. It was very, very short, which I loved. And Bayley, becoming a really big personality, she says, American Gladiators ain't got nothing on this. So there's 4 or 5 parts to the obstacle course. There's the 400-pound tire, or was it 300 pounds? I forget how heavy the tire was. I think it might have even been 600 pounds. They had a giant tire. You had to move that. Then you had to jump over the hurdles. Then you had to climb 3 walls. Then you had to carry one of the members of the Alpha Academy several feet. And then you had to dribble a basketball and put a basketball in the hoop. And that was it. And the person who did it in the fastest time wins. So Bayley decided to go first. So Bayley, struggled with that giant tire, but she got the tire over. And then she had the football hurdles where, you might see like a linebacker or a running back pop over those things. They're really short. So she hopped over those, and then she just avoided the walls altogether. Because she kind of was like, okay. And she just ran around the walls. And nobody said anything that she was cheating. Like, she clearly cheated. And she had to carry Chad Gable, who was about 200 pounds. She carried him several feet from one red line to another. And then I think she hit a layup in the basketball hoop. It took her 1 minute and 12 seconds. And she was completely out of breath. she was kind of burnt out, but it was good heel stuff. She took her time, she cheated, she cut corners, but she made sure she gave herself she gave Bianca Belair enough of a cushion that they only had a few minutes. This whole segment took about 5 minutes, maybe. But she gave Bianca Belair a good cushion just in case something went wrong. And then she had the obstacle course changed before Bianca Belair. And nobody said anything about this either. Like, you would think that people would be like, this is absurd. This is a completely different course. Because it kind of is. Like, they changed the hurdles. They changed the hurdles to track hurdles. And then she had to carry Otis. So Bianca Belair runs the thing. She, boom, pops the tire over, no problem. She runs across the track and field hurdles, 3 of them, no problem. Climb the wall, boom, 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 3 of them, no problem. Didn't even use the rope. And then when it came to the Alpha Academy, she told Gable to get in position, and she was like, no, you got to carry Otis, who is like over 330 pounds or something like that. Bianca Belair lifts Otis on her shoulders, carries him, I don't know, maybe several feet. I don't know how long for, maybe about 2 or 3 feet, maybe 6. And then put him down. And then she dunked the basketball. 17 seconds left. She crushed Bayley's time. Therefore, she won the obstacle course. And Bayley, celebrated. And then she hit her in the stomach with a basketball. Took a couple of cheap shots and then threw her against the basketball rim, which jammed her into the shoulder and fell over on top of her. So this was fantastic. This was all fantastic. I loved every second of this. It was unique. It was different. It really got over Bianca Belair as a super athlete, which is what they're pushing her as. It's great. It worked. The visual of Bianca Belair carrying Otis, I saw that all over Twitter. That's what they wanted. They wanted to show everybody what Bianca Belair can do, how strong she is, how fast she is. There it is. She is I was about to say the Uberman, but that means Superman. But she is or the superhuman. But she is super. That's really what they want to portray. They wanted to portray her as being super. The superior, the EST. And there we go. So obviously, if Bianca Belair can overcome, some of the booking decisions, she is likely to be a long-term champion. I'm talking long-term. Bianca really just needs to get the belt and just hold it. I'm talking like a death run. She's just run through people. I'm talking like, Goldberg but as the champion. Like, she just goes in there and crushes people. And that's it. Because if the problem is Bianca can't work 15, 20 minutes, because, usually that's the, Bianca, when she wins, she doesn't have to work that long. Usually if the match goes over 5 or 6 minutes, Bianca's probably about to take the L. But, when she wins, she mostly wins squash matches very impressively. Give Sasha her platform. I think that Bianca Belair should win the Women's Royal Rumble. I only got a couple of people. I'm going to do a Women's Royal Rumble preview, one day. I'm going to go through some of the people in it, and I'm going to talk about, what you could do with them if they were to win. But my guess is that Bianca Belair should win the Royal Rumble. And I think, yes, you do need Sasha Banks versus Bianca Belair. I do think you need that. And I think you need to go ahead and give Bianca Belair the title. And I think Bianca Belair needs to go on a Goldberg run. At least for 6 months, she needs to just crush everything in sight. Just to establish that she's the one, right? And she's going to be the breakout star. She's going to be because it's always been the 4 horsewomen plus Asuka. And then you occasionally will have Ronda. You will occasionally have Carmella. You will occasionally have, somebody else come in and get it for a little while. You need to establish Bianca Belair. She needs to be established as kind of like the one in the division that you don't really fuck with. You need to get her in there with Nia Jax. If I'm not bullshitting, like that's really where we need to be headed. We need to be headed, and I know a lot of people are like, Nia Jax sucks. Like, that's not the point. The point is you want the visual of Bianca Belair lifting Nia Jax. That's what you want. Just like you got Bianca Belair lifting Otis, you want the visual. Just like, look, man, Hogan versus Andre built up to that one body slam. That's what that match was about. It didn't matter what the fuck they did. The point was you want the visual of Hogan slamming Andre. Bianca Belair versus Nia Jax could be the worst match possible. You want the visual of Bianca Belair hitting KOD on Nia Jax. That's what you want. You want to be able to put that on everything. You want to be able to make a poster of it. You want to be able to put that on video in the video game. You want to be able to sell trading cards. You want to be able to get people to be like, damn, she picked that big bitch up and tossed her. That's what you want. That's what you want. You want that. And if you can get that, she'll be printing money, but you got to get her there. They have to do the one thing, the kryptonite that they have been doing for Bianca Belair since 2017. And that's not getting her over somebody else, and I do believe that eventually she will beat Bayley, maybe on the road to WrestleMania, I think maybe in the February pay-per-view or something, Bayley will like, put your title shot up or something like that, and then Bianca Belair would beat her. But this was fantastic. It was really good stuff. It showed the grit. It showed the ease in which she did it, because she did everything easy and it didn't look like a struggle at all. So it was fun. It was fun. And Bayley is doing a great job, outside the ring now. She's not a mechanic anymore. You know what? SmackDown has, this run that SmackDown's been on has made me a fan of 2 people at least that I was not a fan of 6 months ago. If you'd asked me back in April, back in May, who was like 2 people that I thought were overpushed and I was sick of seeing them, it'd have been Kevin Owens and Bayley. But now I'm like, all right, I love Bayley. Bayley is great. She is one of my favorite female wrestlers now. She is legit. I love Bayley. And I'm not scared to say it anymore. It's not just because she's thick now. It's because she legitimately has a good personality. She's found something that works for her. And I'm glad to see it. I want her to be a force in the Royal Rumble because she's a long-running women's champion. They need to put Bayley in there like number 2 or something like that, and have her go on a nice little run to kind of prove and reestablish her dominance. because I don't want Bayley just going there and look like shit, you know, and just get tossed out 42 seconds like the Warlord or some shit, 8 seconds. Like, no, let her go in there and establish herself, go show out. Go in there and make it look like Bayley is the shark and she's going to win. She can tangle with Charlotte in there and all that stuff too, you know, Nia and all those people, Lana and all them. But Bayley needs to be like the big shark so that Bianca tosses her out, gets the big reaction. The big, whoa, you know, even though there's not going to be any people in the building. You want the Bayley getting tossed out pop. You want the Nia Jax getting tossed out pop. That's what you want. And maybe, and I hate to say it like this, you probably need, no, matter of fact, you don't need that. I was thinking about how to book it. So I was thinking to myself, maybe you had Nia Jax and Bianca Belair as the last two. But that's like having Big Show as one of your last people. Because it's like, for starters, you kill the drama. Because you know you're not about to have Nia Jax win. So maybe you have Nia Jax get tossed in the middle of the show. You know, maybe at the 20-some-odd minute mark. You know, you have her get thrown out. But you want that visual of Bianca Belair lifting Nia Jax. Because you want to be able to put that everywhere. And I'm pretty sure, I think she's done it before. I think she's picked up Nia Jax before. But I'm saying, like, you need the real strong visual, you know, to establish this, you know, like, again. Like, you need to go back to the days where she used to stack broads. Like, she had 2 women on her shoulders at one time. Like, you need to go ahead and do it. But this was great. I love the obstacle course, man. What did you guys think of the obstacle course? Spread the good word of 3Con Commentaries by using the hashtag 3Con Commentaries. Like this video, share this video, subscribe to this channel. Thank you guys for your time, and I'll talk to you guys later.